Keep enhancing the future. Ooh, where'd the music go? All right. We've hit the 10-minute mark. We've hit the 10-minute mark in the waiting room. Big ups to those that wait around. Y'all the real ones. We listen to the tunes. But without further ado, what's up, world? What's up, cyberspace? How's it going, internet land? It's your boy Crypto Bruh, aka Mo World Peace the DJ / producer, coming back again with another one. Been on a streak, been on a roll. We're watching the whole market, but this channel It's really a Zen channel. That's what we talk about here, man. We're talking about Zen and how it's gonna come to life. Because now things are getting juicy. Hold on, what the fuck is behind me? Oh, you're gonna see. Oh man, hold up. I got pants behind me. Whatever. We don't wait. What's up, Ash? I mean, Ash just airdropped himself right into the mix right when the show starts. Yo, if you're on X right now, make sure you come over to YouTube. That's where I look at the chat. I don't actually look at the chat on X, but if you're on X and you're watching this and you find this content valuable, please hit that heart. And if you're on YouTube and you find this content valuable, please hit that thumbs up, because that helps me, you know, get into the algorithm. And this your boy Crypto Bro, man. All this shit is free. Everything I do is free. Like, if you want to support the channel, go ahead, get a badge. I really do appreciate it. I don't have like a shit ton of members, you know, so it's not like I make a living off of YouTube, but it is kind of cool to see a chat full of hourglasses. So big ups to everybody with an hourglass. Shout out Sun Station, I see you. What's up, Earn It? Yes sir, juicy. Juicy it is. But yo, for all of my dudes on the other side of the pond, go ahead, Fat Choi. It is I did it. Let's go. I'm learning how to speak Chinese. My woman is making sure I can pronunciate it correctly. But happy Lunar New Year to everybody on the other side of the planet, or those that are just celebrating it. I think that's going to explain a lot of today's market temperatures. I mean, we're seeing it already in gas. We'll talk about it right now. But yeah, today is January 29th, 2025, closer to 26 than ever before. So let's just jump into it, bro. Let's just get into it. Long story short, it is a holiday, a very big holiday in China. Basically, some people call it Chinese New Year. This is heavily celebrated in China, but there are other nationalities that do celebrate Lunar New Year, which is today. So we're seeing a big impact, and I think this is actually eye-opening, jaw-dropping. Asia is not online right now. Okay, they're celebrating. They're getting as drunk as they want to get. Right? It's their New Year's. All right. Now, what's normal is usually after a new year, is, you know, Bitcoin tends to surge. A lot of the market surges. We're just gonna say Bitcoin though, because that's what controls it all. So Bitcoin surges, and it brings everything up. But what I think is the most fascinating thing right now is the facts that nobody is on Ethereum. We study the game every single day. We stream Monday through Fridays. We got the weekends off. And this is something like, again, on the weekdays, what I've been realizing is when Ethereum is dead, because again, we've been having some very critical experiences happening, and unless you're here every single day in crypto, you're not going to see these things, be able to analyze them, see how they kind of, you know, change the narrative, right? Narratives are always changing. Some people will say like, oh, don't chase a narrative, but theoretically, like, if it has a bad story, you could cut a lot of time by just picking the best stories, the best narratives. So those narratives are essentially the topics. Those are the subject. You know what I'm saying? That's what you wanna do some research and development. Go find a narrative and see how far down the rabbit hole you can go, and then connect it with time. And that's kind of what I'm seeing with gas. I'm seeing low gwei in America. It is motherfucking 12 p.m. Unless everybody's on their lunch break, what happened to we on chain, right? Or again, all of the transactions have been moved to a layer 2, and now we're seeing the impact of that scaling solution, which is layer 2. And there, I guess there is ETH now, fudge, ETH now XYZ. Is it this one? Oh no, that's not this one. It's the one below it. ETH now, ethernow.xyz. So this is like a stats page. Sometimes I like to pull up for Ethereum. to just get a deeper look, so we can see on the surface, like, no one's really on ETH. And again, it makes sense. Like, there's some people who can't attend crypto today. Like, it's not allowed. They gotta be with the fam. And this is the beauty of a holiday. Sometimes you need to be, get the reminder, yo, go take some time off, go chill out. It's a holiday. So to see Ethereum be impacted this much by the holiday is nuts. Nobody is on Ethereum. All right. Now, what is different is the blobs. Right? Blobs are layer 2s. So the blob is still blobbing. You know what I'm saying? The blob is still blobbing. And it's crazy. It's like, that's where everybody is. Right? They're not on regular chain Ethereum. They're over on the side chain. They're trading on the side chain. Everything is happening. What was a side chain is now considered layer 2. That's what they're saying. So essentially, like, if I'm using Base chain, Base is being secured by Ethereum. That's why you pay gas in Ethereum, right? And shout outs to SunStation for the FizzIve. Thanks for that, Brody. I appreciate it. What's up, Rolando? I just scooped Zen for $60. 60 more tomorrow. I can't wait for it to be worth 100K. Hey, I just oh man, nah, I won't say that out loud for you. I'll let you hold that one for the chat. Good luck with your discovery on PGTC. But yeah, shout outs to the lunch break. But yeah, dude, what's crazy about Zen? We're gonna talk about Zen in a second, but I just want to weave in like these symptoms on Ethereum, because again, Zen performs at its highest quality assurance, I guess. Like, if we had to do quality assurance on Zen, it's at its best when Ethereum is moving. So when Ethereum is dead, theoretically Zen should be dead too. But again, there's another side of the Zen thing, which is you might be late on minting. So people will always mint when gas is low, kind of keeping, again, Zen in the conversation every single day, because you don't know what day, we could have good gas today and bad gas tomorrow, and then good gas the next day, and then bad gas the day after that, right? So that oscillation of gas moving in Ethereum allows Zen to have good days, bad days. Until again, and then you have the other tokenomics of Zen that play in, right? The AMP going down every 24 hours, right? The G rank being stagnant, not new people coming in, giving you the ability to get more days, right? To give you more Zen, or not pumping the G rank after you've minted to give you more Zen, right? Again, mass adoption is Zen's goal. So it's you want to tell people to get into Zen. Like, it helps your bag if you're already minting and your claim isn't done yet. You get more Zen if more people show up. Naturally built into the mathematics. But again, Zen does its best if Ethereum is maxing. And again, that's why I root for the bads and the goods in Ethereum. Because if Ethereum is on good, then Zen does very well because it's riding a good coattail. But then when Ethereum does bad, right, it's like, man, what the fuck is this ETH shit, right? It just kind of reminds you, like, oh yeah, that's why we're getting into Zen, because why is the chain not cracking right now, right? Why not address that? But it's good, but it's bad. There's goods and there's trade-offs. It's just like a weird one, Again, I'm pro open source down to the philosophy, right? I'll be in a room full of fishes and aliens, Black, Puerto Rican, Haitian, and Asian, and I'll shout out to my Caucasians. What's up, y'all? Let's go. Damn. But yeah, like, I'll be in a room full of all those types of people, and I just feel like Ethereum is shrinking. Like, there's not a lot of people on the mainnet, and it feels like, again, they want it that way. They want to shrink it down. So it's good, but it's bad, right? With shrinking comes centralization. So again, it's going to make people look at the Zen coin and ask themselves, why the fuck am I even on Ethereum? And then again, it leaves the door open for, when does ETH wake up? Because since they're closing all of the ways in, and the only people obviously running the chain are our allies over in China. Shout outs Chen. We hot potting the XNM. But I feel like if Ethereum is really getting 3 more gwei from a whole other spectrum, that is scary. Because what happens if people really stop using Ethereum? Like, what happens if this other 3? Because again, gas yesterday was 8, 12, 13, right? We go to this time right now, it was at 5, 7. So that extra 2% or that extra 2 gwei of users, like, we know where they are. So, you know, this to me is saying, again, Ethereum is really relying on business to build the future of whatever it is. Like, it's not about the coin anymore. The token is no longer the conversation. The token is used to be spent. And there's no reason to own more Ethereum unless you have business on ETH. Because the business is going to give you a different coin anyway. So you're going to be going for that coin, right? The business should be buying the Ethereum coin to turn the fuck up all the way. Or the customer should be buying the ETH to turn up with the business, right? And that's why, again, I'm massaging the Zen right now. All right, Zen is literally hanging on for dear life on the 4-hour. Yo, shout out Solana with the 2. Who would buy 10,000s or 10K of Zen dollar OG? Oh no, you're okay. I know what you're saying right now. You're on your lunch break, so you're typing probably hell fast. But he's saying, who bought tens of thousands of $sign OG Zen? So yeah, that's actually some news in the Zen world. Yeah, Zen's on its fucking the window is closed theory over here. Meanwhile, on Pulse Chain, we got OG Zen up 2,000%, 2,008%. So if you've got old mints that you've claimed on Ethereum, look at this, we're shilling Pulse Chain. If you have old mints that you've claimed on ETH, even though they've gone into penalty, you can still claim 1%. So right now over there, for some reason, people are buying it because it's cap supply. Like it's like a solXEN. So like in solXEN, the only people that can mint it, and why you see it still says this token is mintable, is because there are still some people who never claimed their solXEN. They just hashed 420 when we were doing the experiment. And now they might come back and mint the coins, but as long as they don't show up, technically the coin is capped. And that's what's happening with OG Zen on Pulse Chain. Unless people come back and claim their 1% mints, there's really not much supply over there. So it's not like P.Zen, which is always inflating. OG Zen only inflates if you retain the vibe. You got to remember to go back. And it's hard to go there because, again, it's for people who are on Pulse Chain. So if you want to get this one, I don't even know how to get it. I think you got to go like, maybe somebody with a wrench knows how to get it. They can drop the link in. Some sold OG Zen for $1.70 per million yesterday. Damn, $1.70. Well, I mean, yeah, there's 25,000 in here. So if you were buying it down here, back here, you're tripping. If you were a believer when no one was believing, when it was 9 zeros. And again, this is just like I keep saying, all the Zen coins are simulations. Beat that shit into your fucking noggin. Like, if more people understood this, they would all realize like every single one has to simulate the real Zen. And in the real Zen, we know the narrative here. This thing is going to blow up. It's going to be better than Bitcoin. Everybody's going to be salty they didn't get it. Everybody's going to try to get it. Then they're going to build a bunch of fucking weird infrastructure all around it. You're going to be so early that you're just going to be watching all this shit unfold, waiting for the next fair launched product to drop. And you're not even giving a fuck about this chart, because again, the chart doesn't matter. But this is where crypto is gonna crypto. Crypto is gonna crypto. All right, and that's what OG Zen is showing us. Crypto is gonna crypto in Zen, because the tokenomics are good. Right, all that's happening is a deflationary factor. Right, that Richard Hart dropped Pulse Chain. And Jack Levin said, "No, I'm not gonna make. I'm not gonna let that copy represent the burn copy for X1 chain." So that's why this Zen also has no history, because when it came out, again, it was looked at as like we don't want to support Richard's chain. So the meme on this is crazy on Pulse Chain. Because like, yeah, it was like, fuck Richard's chain. Like, I'm gonna drop a new coin, and it makes a lot of theory sense. So you can hate or love Jack Levin for this, and you can do whatever you want on this thing. And this has the burn function. So people that build burn apps for Zen on Pulse Chain, you could essentially burn OG Zen 2 at the same time. And this is like, again, the cap supply, question marks. But yeah, he dropped P.Zen because P.Zen is the one you can burn for X1 chain. So you have two Zens on Pulse Chain. You have one that actually has the fuck you Richard Hart story. This one doesn't say P.Zen, it just says Zen because it's the copy. It's the everything you love about Pulse Chain, right? Like, oh my god, the copies. Now they pumping the copy over here. And yeah, it's pretty funny to watch. I don't know. Oh, okay, there it is. OGZen.network. Let's go to it. Wait. What's up, crypto dude? Hitting me with the planes. We flying? Where are we flying to? Where the fuck are we flying to? See, I don't have the right wallet right here. But yeah, this is OGZen.network, and it's just the Pulse chain in the middle and shit. This is a P-Zenian's wet dream right here. There's so much attention on Pulse Chain on this website. It's retarded. But yeah, congratulations, y'all. Y'all did it first. I would have to say Pulse Chain pump first. And it's like it's so telling. It's like the telling part of it all. Right? I still think if there's a mathematical equation here that you want to front run about the burning ratios of XNT. So when you burn your Zen, this isn't written anywhere. This is just word of mouth. Like, this is through the cybernet. Over time, I've tried to not refine it as much as I can and keep it as close to me as I can. And I just talk about it. Nobody shuts me down. So this must be again, through the grapevine. It's just, something that's been said and it's down. Right? So ETH Zen has 20% weight. 80% weight of XNT burn ratio. Everything else is 20%. Right? So if it's 80-20, right, that theoretically all Zens would just need to be at least 20% behind ETH Zen to kind of keep the burn ratio. So like if Zen were to keep climbing in price, that's the whole like a rising tide lifts all boats. And then that's where the moon math would probably pop up out of nowhere. People would just be like, oh shit, like, yeah, they're really honoring this thing. And this is where we can connect it. Because that's just It's logic. You know, again, Zen is sovereign ownership. A lot of people will own the idea. They're going to come after crypto, bruh. And then they're going to be Zen Scientologists, right? They're going to find the Zenology. And then when they find this, they're going to unpackage it. And then they're going to start building their own narratives. And again, the strongest stories will be the ones that everybody follows because it connects most of the people together, right? Right now, we're all connected with the whole fair initiative. That's the hive mind that we're all working on. How do we make X1 as fair as possible? Right? There's some leaders, right? There's some founding fathers, I guess you could say. But there's other people in the motherfucking room who are also leading like more of the culture for it all. And that's kind of why, again, I love that OG Zen is one of the first culture coins in Zen world to actually fuck the game up. You feel me? Like this one, 2,000%. It's just sitting here, just 2,000% like this. Just 2,000%. You know, and if you're a real Zenian, you're probably in Pulse Chain. You're probably like, what the fuck? You know, and maybe you didn't hear the word. And see, I'm a real Zenian and I'm not in Pulse Chain. I'm the anomaly. That's why I don't get like all of the perks that come with like being a Pulse Chain promoter. You feel me? Like I don't get none of those perks. They stop me before I step on the yacht. But you know, I'll talk about Pulse Chain when Zen's doing well because that's what I fuck with. I fuck with that fairly launched coin on that network. And again, I think what we see right now is the future for everything. This isn't even at $1 million market cap, bruh. What the fuck? You can't even burn this for X1 chain. This one is just a funny. This is just for funnies. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoever pumped this, again, they're front running this narrative. And they got the bag right now because they got the Pulse chain. Right? That's why, again, I've always said it. I've just never really meant it. But right now, I'm really meaning it. Pulse chain is going to be one of the biggest chains in Zen. Now, does that help Pulse chain? I think it does. Again, it burns a lot of Pulse and it gives it a clean narrative to talk about. You feel me? Like it gives it the thing that is free and it's your 20% of the of the X1 blockchain. Like, yeah, you're maybe sharing that 20% with a bunch of brothers and sisters. But that's the beauty of it all. You've got other brains and other EVMs that also can maybe help the P-Zen because they're trying to help the B-Zen, the A-Zen, the OP-Zen, the CB-Zen, the M-Zen. You know what I'm saying? Like now the world is really starting to build out. And of course, it's going to take a green candle for people to see it. But yeah, the classic word here on the channel is pick your favorite chain. When it comes to Zen, if you really want to understand the language, native coins essentially are language. And when Zen first rolled out, that was something that I didn't understand at first. Like I didn't understand why there was so many Zens. And I had to kind of go down that journey. But at the time I was a free agent. I didn't have no chain. Right? I'm on Ethereum, so that's my chain. I'm on Bitcoin. I'm attached to fair principles. That's what the chain I was on. I didn't get brought into crypto under no wing. Just straight curiosity, all right? And that's kind of why, again, Zen, it embodies that culture. Kind of allows you to go and explore other places if you want. But again, you want to pick your favorite chain. And if it's not on this list, you want to get to the closest thing to it. Right? I think they picked a lot of good chains that a lot of human beings on planet Earth interact with. And that's why, again, a free show for myself. A CB Zen, fucking please, let's fucking get it. Everybody got Ethereum. But yeah, same with OP Zen. Let's fucking get it. Everybody got Ethereum. But see, that's why, again, like I'm just running it backwards. All the chains live that. They all embody that. Because if you think everyone got the Pulse chain, everyone got the Pulse chain. If everybody got the Avalanche, everybody got the Avalanche. You know, don't disrupt your world. You got AZEN on Avalanche. take it to Valhalla. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're on Moonbeam because you fuck with Polkadot, Gavin Wood's your guy. You know, you got MB Zen. You take it to Valhalla. It's just fairly launched. It's open game for anyone to take it before X1 chain, right? And that's why, again, some of this is really expensive real estate, because not everyone is gonna be on Moonbeam. Not everyone is gonna be on ETH/POW or Phantom or Cozen, right? That's why, again, I think anything that's popular is probably worth the real estate of Zen, right? So you have MZen on Polygon. When you switch this list here to market cap, you see Polygon jumps up to number 7. I think Polygon is up here again because there's a lot of people that believe in the real estate in MZen. Same with BZen. I don't understand it, but 427K market cap. You know what I'm saying? People, they obviously understand the real estate there. And or here's the other one. Here's the kicker. The users that were already there have turned their native into Zen, and they're parked waiting for X1 chain, which is like giving them the ability again to create culture, create a liquidity where if you're on Binance, maybe you want to dive in, you know, again, you can just go ahead, pick your favorite chain, blah, blah, blah. Now for me, someone again who's not hitched to anything, this is where, like, again, the quantumness of this system can get kind of overwhelming. And why I refine it right back to the theory that, yo, just pick your favorite native. And if you're here, you know ETH. And that's why, again, we got the 2 layer 2s to try out Zen as well in those forms of simulations. And I think all of them will simulate. And this isn't financial advice at all or nothing like that. This is just how I am believing in Zen. Like, I believe every Zen is going to reflect Ethereum Zen. And I think Ethereum Zen is one of the brightest tokens on planet Earth right now. I don't see anything brighter than Zen. Every other crypto is super dim. It comes with suits and ties. Get it? Suits and ties. I don't really know if that's the future of said crypto world. I think crypto world is navigating itself, because again, there's a fair principled chain of users out there. They flutter around, and sometimes they create a Bitcoin, sometimes they create the internet, sometimes they create an atomic clock that you can put inside of a server so that we can have live pinging. If you know the story, you know the story. So I always think that this fair concept of everyone's involved, we have it going on right now with the whole DeepSeek conversation. How fair is it if it costs this much? All the noobs are in the combo now, though. In that world, I don't really care about it. This is noob shit. Only noobs are like worried about like AI having an owner. Like, that shit is free as fuck. If you know, you know. Like, even like Emoji Dracula, you can go to the Telegram right now. There's a bot in there. You can talk to that fool. He talk like Dracula though, but that's how free AI is. Like, we turned it into Dracula. Emojidracula.win. Go. But yeah, so like everything else here is just very dark. I don't see anything that I want to bring to the light. The only one I can bring to the light is Solana. Again, and this is from a technical principle. Solana will be brought to light. It is already here. I mean, if you don't see it already, you're fucking weird, or you're just in denial. But this one is in the light. XRP is not in the light. This is a forced object. This is a lamp. Yeah, that's what this is. This is a fucking lamp. Yeah, why the fuck is this lamp up here? Look at this lamp ass. This thing said I'm lamping. I used to say that in college. What you doing, bro? I'm lamping. Chilling. Yeah, this is a lamp. This is not a light. Sun or sol means sun in Spanish. So yeah, I'm looking at that crypto and that atmosphere, because again, Bitcoin is a wrap. It maybe isn't, but it really is. Like, if you're trying to become a millionaire, If you're trying to become a millionaire, you're not going to become a millionaire with Bitcoin. Like you missed out. You're going to have to go down the rabbit hole of how do I become a millionaire in Bitcoin? And then figure it out that, oh shit, this might be impossible. Well, how do I become a millionaire in crypto in general? Like, oh shit, I see you from a mile away type shit. Like I'm in Zen land, just like, damn, I see that motherfucker way down there. Yup. They're going through the steps. I'm gonna let them do their journey. Cause yeah, there's no reason to hold your hand through this experience. If you believe in Bitcoin for the right reasons, you're gonna find Zen. If you believe in Ethereum for the right reasons, you're gonna find Zen. If you believe in XRP for the right reasons, you're gonna find Zen. And XRP is kind of funny because they have where's this fool at? This fool Axel, my dude. Zensu. What up, Dank? Oh, is Dank in the chat now? We got Dank in this motherfucker. I bet on Jake from State Farm buying. Oh, Jake from State Farm is buying OG Zen. Lols. Could Zen realistically reach its last all-time high or get close to it this bull cycle? I'm new to Zen. What's up, Erouse? Zen can do many things. We got Pulse Jinsu from Fast Abdul. I'm here for the tech. That's what you should be here for. Fucking tech, man. The tech answers everything. Look at Zensu's fucking photo. This fool is just different. There's a different Viking right here. It's my Viking brother from Christ. But yeah, I was looking at Zensu. Man, he posted this. He was like, the Fed, Gates Foundation, SDGs, World Banks, Clinton, Carbon Credit System, BlackRock, CBDC, SWIFT, and WIF. Ripple, the biggest crime lord, backed into one chain. And then even me, I had to step in, you know, fuck XRP. All my homies hate XRP. But what's funny is this dude who posted this got back at him and said, laugh my ass off. So you are one of those guys. You will be left behind. Oh my God. This motherfucker said, you're one of those guys. All right, hold on. Let's keep going. If they were actually a scam, that would have to come out during the 4-year lawsuit with the SEC that Ripple won. Now use your brain instead of listening to arrogant BTC maxis that only want to pump their coin or have fun staying poor. I read this morning. I was like, yo, did this guy really say that to Zensu? Like, he based it on being a BTC maxi? And he told him to have fun staying poor? On Ripple, which is like the number 3 coin. This is how you talking. This is how we talk in the trenches. Like, this is trench talk. And then this fool Zensu, he responds, oh, I'm sorry. I had to do this one. Ignorant BTC maxis. I love playing with maracas. Man, that dude's a different one. The lawsuit was regarding conducting the unregistered security offering. Has nothing to do with the fact that the biggest crime lords are all supporting Ripple. I get you're into crypto to make money. That's fine. But for the love of pussy, understand that crypto is here for a reason. You're supporting the traditional power structure that makes the world corrupt. It's being adopted. That's all you have to say in its defense. Get the fuck out of here. He's like, I know the real reason. I know it's here for a reason. I'm building a validator to validate transactions on the XRPL. So I'm in it for the tech, bud. And he's like, why? Why would you support that? It's terrible. I can't believe this shit is real. Like, this is really real. Because I'm not brainwashed by BTC maxis with one brain cell, and I have full brain to use and make my own decisions. I'm currently programming IBCMs for our nuclear arsenal. I am not your average Joe Bud. Like, this shit went left hella fast. Like, it went from like you're a Bitcoin maxi to I'm building a validator for XRPL. I'm in it for the tech. To the you've got one brain cells. I'm programming for the government a nuclear bomb. And you feel me? What? It is like, I am not your average Joe, bro. I'm just like, Jeff, chill out, Jeff. But let's see what Zensu says. Then use your big boy brain and contribute to a project rooted in first principles of crypto. Tell me how Ripple makes the world better. Damn, he hit him with the word. That's the sentence right there. See, if you're in crypto, you never, ever, ever want to step foot against a cyberpunk, right? So there's two types of people in crypto. There's cypherpunks and cyberpunks. You really want to get into a camp that has both of them. That's why I like Zen so much. Actually, change that. I love Zen so much because I've met so many cypherpunks. These motherfuckers are real people. and they just happen to have time for Zen right now. Once upon a time ago, they had like time. Like the guy who helped upgrade the script in XENblocks was a Bitcoin maxi person who helped like Bitcoin become GPU. Like there's some heavy hitters in XENblocks. So it is kind of funny, you know, that it always goes back to, or if we're arguing about technology, tell me, how does your tech make the world a better place? Right? I hear your green candle attributes. But how does it sustainably rotate in planet Earth? Listen to this motherfucker's response. Faster, cheaper transactions, and doesn't use 200th of the energy that one Bitcoin transaction does. So it's better for the environment as well. That was too easy, bud. And then he was like, I still can't believe he said that shit. Like, he gave you like the pamphlet version of why it's going to change the world. Like, I'll tell you that X1 will revolutionize and change the world because it's going to bring network infrastructure to the bedroom producer. It's actually so conducted. It's so compact in its form that it could fit in anything. And that's the craziest thing about cryptocurrency. Why hasn't anybody tried to make the world a better place and put it in everybody's pocket? Right? We say you're going to have it, but we need it in your pocket. And again, that's why I'm into the Solana phone. I'm into these gadgets that are really bringing the connectivity of ownership to the user, and being, again, first mover advantage on that shit. Not just saying that they're going to offer a blockchain that's going to live inside of something else, right? Like, nah, this shit lives. These blocks are important. So let's see what he said back to me. I said, some Bitcoin maxis really crashed this guy's dream sometime in the last 4 years. He said, LOL, no. It's just that Bitcoin has always been slow and unable to scale. They also refuse to upgrade the code to make it better. So promoting it is like trying to sell an iPhone first generation phone today. Yo, this dude is like living in my body from 2017. Like, this is how I used to think before I found Zen. And it's kind of crazy to think like, here, I'll break it down. Like, before I found Zen, I used to really think that the technology was a relatable product to RWA, which is real world assets. But really the biggest product in crypto that we have is mind share. And how you articulate a cryptocurrency, it expresses how much of the mind share you know of said asset. So that could also be used as like a social piece of the puzzle, right? That's why Crypto Bruh finally has 2,000 subs. Because fuck, I was talking, you know, I've been on YouTube since 2017. Like, I remember 2019, I go fucking live, there'd be one person here. I don't know if anybody is here from that era. If you are, throw one in the chat, you're tight. But that era when I had like one person watching me, and I was basically just doing it for fun because I had so much crypto in me. I just needed to just yell it into the ether. But again, since I was someone who was like that, like the message struck me so deeply to the point where I need to tell the world about this thing that's going to change everything. Right. I used to talk like this. Like I'll be watching videos. Like I even watch my early Zen videos when I was still like hokey pokey, when I wasn't like 100% making my journey, because that's what crypto is about. And that's what it's here to I'm gonna say the wrong word, so I'm not gonna say it. But basically, you're gonna revel. You're a little rebel, all right? You're gonna revel against this theory that someone can control the way you think about your options of spending, because you own all of that, all the way down to how you want to like something, because the product that you like, you're gonna buy, and that ownership you're gonna want, again, all the way down to the subject that you hand over to buy for that item. Right now, you have no trust in that shit. You were born into a world where they hand you $1 and they say this buys you an Arizona iced tea. Now we live in a world. Actually, here's a better reference. If you're my age, they gave us $1 and it used to be a cheeseburger. Now you need $5 and another $1 to get something for $1 instead of it just being $1 for a cheeseburger. Now you get 2 cheeseburgers for $6, right? So everything in this current world is really about you, about how you spend, how you move. You are the most important data point of existence, and you should be wanting to promote that. That's like what you want to be kind of like following in crypto. Things really, really close to how you're going to use it, how your activity influences network activity. I'm getting this from being around these people. I think that's something that Google had that no one else had. When you roll back time to the first early search bars, they did not have really any connection to the user. Google knew they needed to move at the speed of light because that's how fast their users think. And that was always just a notion to help make the world a better place, to get information to a user as fast as they can think. And again, that little bit of, writing on a whiteboard, now Google is super huge, and a lot of good has come out of it, even though it's a fucking, who knows what it is, But what I'm trying to get at right now is you're going to root for a lot of shit, but if you're not rooting for yourself, you're going to be spitting a lot of bullshit. And that's kind of why, again, I think this person is they probably a really good person. And that's why XRP speaks to them. But now they think XRP is all, like, it's all them, That's the difference between Zen and every other crypto. Down to its core, everybody still fucking knows that you can root for whatever you want. Like, we're just rooting for fair principles. And it just happens to be like the $1 billion ticket right now because no one's rooting for it. Right? I keep saying it, like, it's like XRP, the psyop at this particular point, because they've psyoped a ton of people into it. I am constantly explaining to people why XRP is fucking trash. But I have to, at the same time, you would almost be like, if you're an XRP, you've been like, I don't want to say it, but, like you've been bamboozled. So keep rooting for it. But again, it's about psychology more than it is about the technology. And that's kind of why, again, I started this by saying, like, I don't see anything in the light on this chart anymore, or this thing here. Like, even the Trump thing, like, I want to go to $100 just so that it could be up here and fucking push all the memes and then my memes go up. That's like the wrong way to think about it, though, but that's the truth. Like, we're all thinking like that, like, yo, Trump to $100 so my meme can go up. I think we're moving away from this notion, and we're really getting ready to move back into a higher level of existence in crypto. That's why, again, I've been saying the fact that XRP is this close to Ethereum is actually nerve-wracking, because like if Ethereum can't shill or be as decentralized or as powerful, as fair as we all believe them to be, a lot of these users might fall into XRP, and then they'll just be coming out of nowhere and go to someone and tell them like, bro, no, like, you know, BTC slow, like I don't root for BTC because it's like promoting an iPhone generation 1. But like, see, that's like the wrong way to think of BTC, because BTC has inscriptions, and there's no better place to put a photo on the internet than on Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's forever. Like that's how, if you know, then you know, like Bitcoin is forever full. Like that shit is never gonna end. It can never end. XRP might fucking end, so you wouldn't want to put a photo there. So I would pick the first generation iPhone. Same with Ethereum. Like that's why I'm like, yo, people are picking the first generation iPhone because it's better, fucking, it's cooler. It's like having a classic car in the future. Like this shit is cooler. Man, Jeff, I used to be like you, dog. God damn. Thinking with the wrong logic of like how you want the game to end. Like I would prefer the game to end with me, an old man in a classic car, bulletproof, bad bitch in the passenger seat. Remember Zipcool and Digibyte? Oh man. Zensu giving it to him hard. Yeah, shout outs for the Zen logos, emojis in the chat. Yeah, if you have an hourglass, you get to throw up the Zen emoji. But yeah, so I had seen this earlier and I was laughing because I was just like, bro, this dude is hella hypnotized. Nothing even close to above mentioned. I always have to tell people too, like when you get really deep into the into a camp in crypto, that's gonna tell you how much money you're gonna make. And that's kind of where like sometimes you gotta get the fuck out. Like you might have already made cash, but it's time to dash. You know, that's kind of where I was a year ago or 2023. I like went hiatus on what I thought crypto was because I did not know what it was, and Zen didn't work. And I had told myself, if Zen doesn't work, crypto doesn't really work, because I gave up on crypto in general in like 2020, right before it went all the way up, because of like how it was. Like it was just like everything felt the same. It's like literally like what it is right now. Like everything felt the same. Like it felt like somebody had to come and save the market. Like the market just wasn't ever gonna move. And then boom, out of nowhere, Bitcoin's going to, you know, $60,000. Right? NFTs are going nuts. Gas is going crazy. You know, Ethereum needs to scale. New ideas, new everything. Everything's new again, right? So that's kind of why, again, like if it's gonna get stag, but the thing you're gonna want to be in is the thing that has the ability to move when everything is starting to be really looked at. Like when everyone's really looking at it, right now. And that's why right now we're fucking nervous. So I'm thinking when February starts, because I have this theory that right now, like the crypto markets are just consolidating to the end of the month, which makes a lot of sense. I'm not a trader. I go long, and I save my cryptos as potential opportunity in the future. Because again, if you pick the right native coin, that's the best way to get into crypto, in my personal opinion. Pick a good native coin and follow their journey, because every single coin has to go down a journey, and you're just jumping the fuck in. Like, especially if you're just starting, like if you're just starting crypto, fuck, you know, like you're gonna really be looking for a home base. And that's why, again, XRP is a psyop. Get into a psyop that's like full of aliens, you know what I mean? Not people who think the world is flat. Like that's another red flag. You get really deep in the XRP and everybody thinks the world is flat. And they all like use their gematria to like put XRP into existence too. I be hating that shit. That's why I don't like Titan X anymore, because they force numerology. And as someone who really is passionate about numerology, I mean, I've told this to a lot of people, but like that's essentially like dark magic type shit. Like like you're trying to summon something that isn't natural, because you want it to fit so hard. Again, that's why I like the Zen coin. It's so organic, even down to its gematria of how it, again, is in parallel with geometry. So it's in shape. It's a shape. It's something you're supposed to see. It's a fucking shape. A lot of these things aren't shapes. Bitcoin is actually a shape. That's why it's orange. That's why they gave it the orange logo. You're supposed to see it. It's an object in this reality. If you were blind, you would still see Bitcoin. Like close your eyes and see if you can see any of these other fucking coins, bro. That's how you know Bitcoin's natural. It's here for the reality. Actually, there's a lot of connection in Bitcoin and numerology too, to put it into a perspective of like like those that control the earth. It's a big conversation. Smoke some weed and really get this conversation going. But yeah, those that love those that rule the earth, they love the word, or they love the number 2 and 1. They love to put it together. So Bitcoin being at a $21 million market cap is very significant. Bitcoin closing the beginning of the month at 102, huge. Dude, that's basically sex for numerology. Like imagine this closes at 102 and then the fully diluted right now is at 2.1. That's fucking crazy, actually. At 21 is a big number on this earth. You see the number 201 on everything, and there's a whole story behind it if you want to get into it. And again, I'm not trying to apply that theory to what we have going on. I'm just saying it's a signal for something that I know other compounds or groups have used to gain attention, as if they're like out of this world, like they're like God sent this. Like you'll probably hear that shit too in XRP, man. Then it turns into an XRP bashathon. There's just so much wrong in XRP, man, and it's just like so close to flipping ETH. And if it flips ETH before Solana, that's why it's game. That's why it's like game losers. Like the losers won the game because the greedy crypto people decided to sell the game, and you're just in the game. Like, and they sold you already. Like, you know what I'm saying? You thought she was coming to America for freedom, and like, nah, they already sold you off, bro. What the fuck you mean? They better get some Zen coins. Sovereignty. Sandman, XRP does have some weirdos in the community. Yeah, bro, it's because they think the world is flat. And let me see if I can pull it up real quick. A lot of them believe in gematria. I don't really know what it equals or anything like that. I haven't ever looked at XRP. It'd be like XRP coin. This is their blockchain. And then it would be Ripple. Then it'd be Ripple blockchain. I mean, yeah, XRP equals 22, which is a master number. It's in relationship to 58, which is backwards is 85. 85 is like, it's played a lot like in finance, the 85. But like none of these numbers are the ones you oh, okay. XRP coin is like Bitcoin. So you see here, Bitcoin equals 36 and 45. The reverse of XRP is 45 and 36. So, yeah, this is like a Zen token. That's why Zen is also on this map. If like we want to bring it down to this theory, I love it. It's one of the best parts about Zen that I really like. Is when if you want to get spooky with it, bro, I got some spooky numbers too. And our shit's is on point. I love this one. Damn it, I can't spell for shit though. Geometry. So some would say like, hey, XRP also has 45 and 36. Right? It's like, yo, they're also relatable to geometry. Incorrect. The most relatable cipher is going to be ordinal, because the ordinal cipher in gematria is where the letters, letter A equals 1 and letter Z equals 26. So in our modern day alphabet that we speak as our language, ordinal based gematria is more in relation than reduction. But reduction has this power, because when you do reduction, it's this is like turning into a whole other fucking class right now. Numerology class. But it's because it's fuck XRP. But yeah, in reduction, basically what happens. Damn, why isn't this changing? I don't know how I change it. Oh, there it goes. So in reduction is A equals 1 and I equals 9, and then there's no 0 and it starts over. So like this is like real consolidation numerology. So some people really like to see this lineup, but like if you put it into perspective, like most people don't look at this lineup. Like they really are looking at the ordinal and the reverse. So the reverse is just taking A through Z, and then now Z is 1 and A is 26. Right? So when you look at Zen coin, it's in harmony. And that, I didn't do anything here, bro. I'm just born and understand the language. So fuck XRP. Those motherfuckers are brute forcing dark magic on everybody, and people don't even know what the fuck they're talking about no more. Shit is out of hand. But yeah, again, if you want to come up, you want to step in the Zen world, because what we're cooking over here is way bigger than what XRP has ever done. XRP also used a lawsuit to bring attention to their token. And now they could talk about that lawsuit to bait people in to be like, oh, this was a good strategy for us to get exposure, because the SEC was going to get dropped anyways and Trump was going to get voted into office. And they have a 45 in their gematria, which means that they are related to the 45th president of the United States. Number 45, right? Who signed the crypto strategy plan on the 23rd day of the year, which is the 9th prime number, and 45 is in relationship to 9. So that was a really, really crazy ride there. But yeah, that's just on some numerology shit. So on some like this gonna blow up shit, I had made this this graphic here. I posted it on my X account, so you can go like it and retweet it if you want. No income tax will be the STEMI program for crypto. Hey, for real, it'll encourage people to pay you in crypto, because then they won't have to pay taxes. And I actually think this is going to be tight, because we do need to reform taxes. Like the way that we tax people is fucking dumb, and it could be more efficient to where like we make more money for taxing. Like I'm sure we're taxing right now, and a lot of it is just like it's probably a lot of it is like vapor, like it just disappears, and like there's nothing we could do about it because we're not in the government. So I'm kind of pro like fuck up taxes right now and figure it out, like make a modern era of what taxes look like with digital assets involved, and tax correctly. Don't tax because it's the 1970s. Like I feel like our tax laws are just fucking crazy, bruv. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, I'm pro on that one. What up, Q? I see you with the year. Question for you guys: is Zen Network the same as XNT? Zen is really cheap, and I'm thinking about buying it, but I'm not sure what's going on. What's up, crypto? Read the Zen white paper. Rolando, he can't just read the Zen white paper, or she can. I don't know if you're a girl or guy, crypto, so I'm just going to say they. I don't know if they can read that. Brute force black magic NFTs coming soon. Yeah, the brute force black magic NFTs. That sounds tight. BFBM. Hey, are you in the BFBM cabal? We're brute force and black magic. Do whatever you want to do, bro. I'm not in that witchcraft shit, though. I know it's out there, though. I'm down to kick it with y'all, but I ain't down to, like, be in it. I ain't in that gang. But I'll hear your stories. But yeah, I made this graphic to hopefully simplify my theory. And again, I don't think, if I'm wrong, like Jack, if you're in the chat, bro, like if you're here right now, show up, bro, say what's up. Tell me I'm wrong. But for some reason, nobody's stopping me. And I think I got the code figured out. Because this is all coded, bro. I'm at this point in Zen where, yeah, I might be a little crazy. And I'm okay with it because I think crazy is positive in crypto. Fuck. If you crazy, bro, you know, people might listen to you. You know, if you're crazy. If you're not crazy, they for sure ain't trying to listen to you. They're like, you're sane. You sound crazy. You're sane though, right? So my whole thing here is X1 chain is answering the Byzantine trilemma, right? The blockchain trilemma, where you can't scale it without clogging it, or you can't scale it without centralizing it. That's what X1 is doing. It's really trying to answer that question because no one is trying to answer it. They're all, I mean, everybody is hiding in plain sight on your fucking feed. No one has an answer for Bitcoin. And they're dragging you along, praying that your retail dumbass buys their stupid ass fucking coin. And they're praying to God that these Bitcoiners bleed their value into their fucking chain. Right? And we see it again. Ethereum lost the B pass. XRP been lost their B pass. But they got a lot of Bitcoin owners, so they got blood ties. Same with Ethereum. They got blood ties too, but that's why you know it's bleeding out, because you're not going to buy Ethereum with your Bitcoins unless you get the best price, right? And if it's going to be the banks that buy ETH at these prices, you're for sure not going to get no Bitcoin and Ethereum. You almost want all of this shit to tank one more time just so you can get some more of that Bitcoin, that good juicy Bitcoin value into your project. Because again, I don't think that's going to be possible. But again, this is the problem. Like, everything is either centralized or you can't scale it. And then to scale it, you have to centralize it, right? And thank God Solana tried, but they telling you straight up, they're not the answer. They don't know how to scale what they've created without losing control of the validator set. So they have to control it. And that makes sense. That's why, again, I honestly think that little bit of stubbornness, consolidation or concentration of intelligence actually birthed something. If something was born out of that Solana pressure cooker. No one's really looking at it yet. And maybe we're naive to not say someone at the bottom has a better pressure cooker than Solana. I would say that the problem with someone at the bottom is you don't have the market cap. So you didn't do the groundwork to get into the top 5. And if you have the same tech as Solana, no one's looking at you like that because you're not in the race. They can't just add an extra 400 billion to your market cap to get you to the top. All right, you're gonna need to be working towards that. It's another reason why we fucking love Zen. It's working towards all of this, right? And that's why the birth of X1 chain, it has to come from this principle that everyone can get in, and that then at that point it's controlled, or it's like self-governing. Like, you gotta let it self-govern itself. Like, if again, we're all building X1, so we see where the angle is, because X1 is just another chain if it has VC funding, right? Everyone wasted their fucking time. We're all wasting our time if this just becomes another chain. There's some people out there that think that way. And I'm like, yeah, we want you to think that way, that we're wasting our time, because it brings even better, curious minds to the project. Because then they're like, why are these really big gigabrains still working on this shit? So I invite you, like, come in, join all of the telegrams, buy all the meme coins, get in the Zen world as soon as possible. Shit is cooking and the window is closing to be close. When this starts to take off, like, what my assumption is we'll all break up and we'll make our own little things. And like, if you're following the Crypto Bro channel, you're following the Crypto Bro channel. If not, I'm sure, again, someone will be regurgitating all of this content and giving it to you so that you can take it in and give them clicks, because I'm not doing that shit. That's not my goal. My goal is just to have fun and chat with my homies on the internet. But yeah, so X1, I think, is, again, the answer to this huge question that's in crypto that no one has an answer to, and the gap between Bitcoin and the rest of the fucking culture. The giant gap, the elephant in the room no one talks about, the 2 trillion to 374 billion. That shit don't make no fucking sense. That's what doesn't make any sense in crypto. I thought we were all in here to win together. Or I should have just bought Bitcoin and never listened to any YouTuber. Right? Like, everybody would have done better if YouTube did not exist and it was just bitcointalkforum.org. We would have all done amazing. But instead, it had to gain traction. It had to get popularity. It had to do all the shit that's part of the journey. So now what is, like, how do you answer this question? Like, the scalability. Or here, let me bring up the words of what it is. I'm a new user to KuCoin. I bought $1,000 worth of USDT yesterday, and I'm thinking about buying more. Would Zen drop 3 zeros in a bull run? Hey man, you're gonna have to ask yourself that question. Just look at the chart, do the data. I would say it'd take you about a week to figure out how sick what it Zen is. Seattle blockchain trilemma. This was a concept introduced by Vitalik. That's why Vitalik is kind of holding the keys to this conversation, and a lot of people believe in Vitalik. Does Vitalik even have a PhD? I've never even... Has he gone back to school to get that, or did we just give him an honorary one? Vitalik does not have a traditional PhD. However, he was awarded an honorary doctorate from the University of Basel. Y'all are running around reckless with my mind. Niggas brought me Vitalik. This nigga not even PhD. Honorary PhD. Fuck is that, bro? Honorary PhD. Man, do the work. Go get a PhD. You're young as shit. How old is Vitalik? He's like 20 something, right? 30. He could have been had the PhD. See, that's what I'm saying, man. They serving us up that bullshit. So this right here, this is what's been holding back crypto and why everybody decided to fork Ethereum. The business logic that you can't simultaneously decentralize, secure, and have scalability. So you cannot have decentralization, you cannot secure the network, and you cannot have scalability, right? Because that be decentralized, you need to have a Nakamoto consensus of like 100 nodes, all running. And this is why, again, everything is actually centralized, because nothing in current time except for Bitcoin is using every single node to produce the blocks. Most of the blockchains, to move fast, they centralize the transactions to move around the network as fast as possible. So that's why, again, we haven't seen anyone be able to scale nodes and move fast. That part ain't happened yet. Because usually when they can scale nodes and move fast, decentralized, they have a security risk, and that's based on the token, right? The token is your security risk, because the price of the token governs a really big part of the experience, right? If the price of the token is ass cheeks, no one's going to give a fuck about your technology. And that is part of your security. But then if your token is too cheap and your tech is too good, then you're going to have DDoS attacks all the time. We learned this in Zen. So in Zen, we learned this. You go read Zensu's fucking article about today's modern world to get caught up to this shit. But yeah, every other chain does not have the security. They all can be fucking DDoSed. So yeah, nothing has security yet. Everything can be DDoSed and the chain can be shut down very easily. And then scalability. So they're saying basically, Vitalik is basically saying that no chain is going to be able to scale and be able to handle the world's transactions without sacrificing one of these two, right? If you want scalability and decentralization, you're not going to have security. If you want to have decentralization and security, you're not going to have scalability. If you want to have scalability and security, you're not going to have decentralization. That's coming out of a non-PhD, because somebody has said that about Zensu's work. And I'm like, I don't know if Zensu has a PhD, but I know he has a master's degree. He has like 2 of them shits. And yeah, I think he should, whatever he's trying to do, I think he should publish that paper that he put out, because I do think we've answered Vitalik with our system, right? So I had to fucking get here. Now XNT is the gas token for X1 chain. So when X1 chain is processing a hash, or you send a transaction, which is a hash, and it goes into the global network, and then a validator finds it and hashes the data into the ledger. That's what a blockchain does. It grabs that moment and it puts it in the ledger with a timestamp, and it says Hallie gave Bob 10 XNT, or Hallie decided to stake 40 cat coins to Bob's contract, because now we're in that world, right? These hashes have a lot of, again, life inside of them. That's why XNT is your scalability. So this is what's crazy. Every token is actually representing what Vitalik is talking about. All right. So scaling in X1 is XNT. Okay. XNT is how we increase the volume of transactions. XNT is how we challenge decentralization, essentially, right? And again, I think X1 also, you can go and dive in, has a really good decentralization plan to keep that Nakamoto consensus thriving, right? And again, that's leaning on XNT, but again, there's a little gray area there. How secure is that, right? Like, okay, cool, you got all this decentralization, but how are you going to secure your network when it comes down to it, right? And you typically, in a regular coin launch, you launch a coin to a bunch of people, and then or you launch a coin and like it gets cut up in a pie, and the team gets this amount, and marketing team gets this amount, and then the community gets this amount, right? But in XNT, the way that it's formulating its security is through 2 other tokens that are living their own lives, right? They have their own security notions, right? XNM is a proof of work system, and XEN is a proof of participation system. So, and then these 2 tokens produce the XNT token, which divides each trilemma piece into a token to represent, like, or have that representation to lean on the next token for that other representation, right? So to make it more simple, this XNT, right, the XNT is the gas token for X1 blockchain. So it is the Ethereum, it is the Solana, it is also the Bitcoin, right? It's the gas coin for X1 chain. It is also, again, it has 1 billion coins with an 8% yearly inflation. So it is also the scaling coin, the distribution coin. All right. And that's why it's a little weird, because, typically, I mean, it's not weird, but, again, it's answering a question of decentralization. How do we decentralize the inflation amongst the nodes? That's kind of where I think we get this XNM piece. So in the very beginning of XEN, or of X1 discussion, the original ideology in 2022 was that you would burn XEN from 13 different EVMs, and you would be able to obtain XNT. So you can get XEN from any of these chains, and then you can burn that XEN for XNT, right? And now you're in the X1 world. It helps solve like the fair launch, right? Now the tokens are fairly launched, because now if you get the Zen coin, you can burn it for XNT, and you can basically battle the public for exposure. There's nothing more free than that. Yes. There's some downfalls. That's why, again, the trilemma always shows the fuck up, because you're like, oh, Zen is cool, but yeah, it might, like people could break the system and game the system and get more XNT, which would then be a security risk for X1 chain. Because now everyone's gaming Zen, which is an infinity inflation coin with deflationary factors, right? So minters in Zen, they know all about the deflationary factors and how to ride the wave and, market make the Zen coin and become millionaires. I'm a Zenian. I hang out with these fools. They know how to do it. It's a proof of participation system. And again, this is what's awesome about X1. It keeps it decentralized and it gives it the ability to scale. It just kind of hurts its security, because this one is, again, living its own life, and X1 is part of the game. All right. If X1's successful, Zen is successful. So people are definitely keeping them close ties. All right. So what you see over here is in September 2023, XNM was invented, essentially. Jack Levin, essentially, he just dropped a script in a group chat. Again, this is kind of why I started to change the way I was thinking about crypto back in the day, because I got introduced to a proof of work system, and there really isn't anything out that's proof of work. Again, it's been killed in almost like in this theory that you can't ever have it. Like Bitcoin is it. Like that is the proof of work coin. Like we're moving into a new form of scalability because we can't break, this blockchain trilemma. So yeah, I was definitely also thinking proof of work was dead, but XNM introduced a new world to me that I thought was dead, and introduced a new token that could be used as like a security layer for X1 chain, right? Because that was the problem when you looked at the original layout of X1, was you had the top and essentially you had the bottom, right? That was Zen, right? Little old Zen over here. I don't even know if I can click it. I might have to move that away. But the little old Zen over here was right in the middle, and that's all we had. That was the original, Valhalla. But again, that's not going to work in this trilemma, because you're going to need to attack it from all sides. And I do think having this system, it essentially makes the system run on its own. At some point, X1 will not need any humans. It will be like, I think people will want to clone this theory that like you can make I don't actually know. Maybe the cluster will just be the one, we're here first, so like it's the one, but like maybe in the future they'll also treat it like Bitcoin, and they'll be like, why do we need to update anything else? Like this shit works, right? So when you enter the proof of work system, this makes it so that people have to actually do something to get a coin. You can't just go and buy your way to the top, but you can, right? Again, it's proof of work. You can buy your way to the top on everything. But XNM is a little different. It's hashed with this thing called Argon 2. Actually, I'm going to pull it up real quick. So it's hashed with this thing called Argon 2. And what's crazy about Argon 2 is it's a memory hard algorithm. So you can pause the video right now if you want to read about this and then hit play later. But this is a memory hard algorithm. So what that means for XENblocks is when you're looking at XENblocks, let me bring up the dashboard. When you're looking at XENblocks, you're going to always see a difficulty. I made a joke. I was like, yo, you're going to see that difficulty is going to be like leaving your ass, O-meter. Leaving you behind, O-meter, is what they'll call it in the future. Is you're gonna get left behind. But this Argon 2 hashing algorithm was the winner of a password competition in 2015. So it was invented in 2015. And the reason why I won the password hashing contest is because it was the one that was the hardest to crack. And it took time to crack it, but it takes no time to create it. That's why I won. Time to crack, no time to create. So if you want to make a password today, you want to use the Argon 2 hash ID, because again, you can potentially push out a password encrypted or a statement encrypted in seconds. That's awesome, right? And the thing about it is that Argon 2 is resistant to both GPUs and ASICs. Now, what happens, though, is it's resistant, but if someone builds code for the Argon 2 to work and use the memory of the ASIC or the GPU, essentially it could hash on a different, mining product, right? At first, Argon 2 started on CPU, then it moved to GPU, right? And when it moved to GPU, that was because, again, someone was like, hey, I want to hash harder. Like, I don't want to hash like everybody else. So this dude named Woody, he released a GPU script. And now, again, you can mine XENblocks with a GPU and get a decent amount in a day, especially while the difficulty is where the difficulty is. Oh, I guess I can use this too. The leaderboard probably loads faster. Yeah, so the difficulty right now is 36,000. So what happens is that the way that this becomes, and again, this is like pretty funny because you would say, oh, XNM fails because people can come and just push a bunch of money and brute force XNM into existence, right? XNM has been out now for a whole year and it's already had the first halving, right? So since it's had its first halving, it's half of the supply is out. We're currently on year 2, and for every block found, you get 5 XNM instead of 10. Right? The first year was 10 for the early adopters that said, "Fuck it, I'm mining." We did that. Now every year it cuts in half, and over the next 15 years, XNM will slowly be distributing itself out to the public. And the way you get it is by mining XENblocks, right? And when you mine XENblocks, you're using Argon 2, which is a hashing algorithm that utilizes memory. All right. And this is why it's really, really important to understand this. Okay. It's really, really important to understand this shit. If they want to put more memory behind their hash, it affects the entire network. You cannot inject a ton of difficulty into the XENblocks network because you're just going to lower your hash speeds. You'll be hashing by yourself. You'll have all the hash power. So this almost acts as like a security layer for the very beginning. Like right now, at the very beginning, like we've seen it. Tons of people were mining. Difficulty got up to like 150, almost 200,000. And then right after the first halving, everybody turned off their machines. So now anybody who's been mining has, even like myself, been like, yo, actually, like this is my Epoch 2 wallet. Like I'm 378 and I spend $3 a day. So if you would have started back in September with $3 a day in XENblocks, you'd have a global rank of 378. It would have generated you 101,000 XNM for $3 a day, right? And this is what's crazy. Time is going against you in XNM because every year it gets cut in half by 2. So if you're discovering this right now, like again, you're going to be the one that brings the VRAM, and you're going to push the market against yourself. You're going to want more people to join so that you're not spending a lot of money for vapor, right? This is why, again, XENblocks has so much gas and it's just sitting in the background. Also, the other thing about XENblocks is it's the reason we have X1 chain. If XENblocks didn't spawn, a lot of the developers in X1 would have not existed because they came from XENblocks. Like they were enthusiastic about XENblocks, and then that enthusiasm turned into X1 chain, and now a lot of that validator set, they're XENblock hash heads. Like you could, if you ask them, they're like, yeah, I fucking mine XENblocks. Like it's almost like bass backwards if you're not like mining XENblocks and running a validator. Validator set up to 163 nodes. Hey man, I mined on CPU and got 140 XNM. I'm gonna inscribe those on rare hashes. Yeah, the CPU NFTs, lols. You're so ahead of the game, Rolando. But yeah, I mean that's a conversation for another day. I brought that up on my post, just recently, yesterday that I posted. That shit got everybody's heads tweaking. Their heads are tweaking right now. It's exactly what I want. Heads to tweak. This is a good way to explain it. Solo mining, deep Zen AI node, XNT. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're bringing mining from like you mine in a little like cave to like you mine in a group, and then that group, again, it's like you have to mine in a cave for Bitcoin because it's securing. It's like doing the whole thing. Like it's the whole trilemma. So yeah, it takes a lot of energy to make a Bitcoin because it's also got to protect inscriptions, right? But when you remove the responsibility from the gas coin and you put that responsibility of security, which is essentially the price, that's all it is. Security is just price, man. If the price is low, people can fuck the chain up. If the price is high, it's a little harder. That's what we learned from from ETH. Like if gas is high, there's no activity right now. That's why right now it makes no sense. It's like, damn, gas has been so low. Maybe we should be paying attention to that. How there is no activity. That's kind of weird. We want at least a stability or a state. We don't want gas to go to zero. That means no one's using Ethereum. Right? Under 5, I start sweating. And not just because I don't want to see people make Zen. I'm literally concerned about Ethereum. That seems like a security issue. Like it's not even burning ETH anymore when gas is low, right? So it's almost like, why did you guys go to EIP 1155 or 1559? You know, like why did that even happen? You guys just like fucked up your security, you know. But no one's gonna talk like that about Ethereum because Vitalik he said it, but it doesn't apply to him, you know. And everybody will tell you can't make a billion-dollar blockchain unless you can answer this question. Fucking hilarious. Fucking noobs. But yeah, so like XENblocks for that reason is super dope. And it's the real security coin. Jack's already alluded to this, that XNM is the real security coin of X1 chain. And there was no way X1 was going to come out if it did not have an answer to the security issue. Like this was smart. Remove the rewards from the gas coin. Right? Remove the rewards from the gas coin. Everybody puts the gas coin and the rewards together. And then that's when you see a dump. I got to go get my rewards, bro. I shield this shit all weekend. I got to get my rewards. That's like a Trump coin right now. A lot of people, they sold their rewards for being KOL. And now it's trading. You know, but it's just almost like, damn, I wish those KOLs would have held their rewards so we could have gone higher. But instead, they had to redistribute the coins back to the market. Just normal crypto stuff. Like, when you remove the rewards, now the KOLs, they don't need to sell the XNT. Right? There are going to be some people who have this weird mentality, and I'm going to say it out loud right now, so hopefully you don't fall into this. I think this is a bad mentality to have. They're going to burn their Zen for XNT, and then they're going to sell the XNT. Like, that's their fucking game right now. I'm making Zen to burn it for this, to sell this, to get out of this. I've heard that shit so much to the point where I'm like, damn, people actually believe that. Like, they're really playing the Zen game because they think that the burn is going to bring them $1 million. It's like, bro, you won't have enough Zen to burn. And then when you go and burn your Zen, everybody else is like, yo, I'm going to wait for everyone to burn so the price goes up and I'm going to sell my Zen. Like, that's who's going to turn into a millionaire, right? But if you're chasing a dog or chasing the bag, you've already lost. You should be extremely loaded up in Zen on 13 EVMs, or you should be extremely loaded up on XNM, because these two secure this. So if you want maximum security in XNT, you need to be heavy in these two, right? And this is such a weird concept of proof of participation system who brings in mentors with a proof of work system that brings in miners. So we have a compute difficulty and we have a participation difficulty. So that's why Zen, again, is the most elite coin in crypto right now, because no other coin is using its supply as a difficulty to get into the next chain. Bitch. Mic drop. Okay, but yeah, no one else is doing this. We're the only team building this out right now. And we keep it on the low because we don't give a fuck. It's just like, shh, whatever cares. Yeah, we're just building the best shit, you know. We're just gonna fuck up the trilemma, you know. We're just gonna tell Vitalik to eat his face, my lady. Eat your face. I use Crypto Bros docs in the description. Oh yeah, use the docs. I have so the docs in my description. There's a video on my page, which if you go straight to my Crypto Bro YouTube channel, you'll see the video. It'll show you how to do it step by step. I'll make a video that does it faster, but I still kind of have that one up because, you know, the pain is where the learning is. If you learn the pain when it's easy, you'll be doing push-ups with one finger. But yeah, that's kind of why, again, I think most people will miss out on XNM because they're chasing the proof of participation system. And the thing about the proof of participation system is it's not about timing. It's about time in the market, but really it's about having the supply when X1 starts. Because when X1 starts, everything that happens, like we talked about this on the channel, everything that happened before the announcement, like that's Bitcoin Satoshi, that's Bitcoin form talk. Like you're so far away from the rock already. Like you are here, and this shit started way the fuck back here. You know what I'm saying? So people will be looking like, how do I answer this ideology? So I got a lot of, like, you know, again, confusion on this post. But that's why this is why I'm able to freely just say it. And see, I'm waiting for Jack to come in and say, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, what are you saying, bro? Like, this is stupid. Rule 1, keep it simple as shit. Rule 2, see rule 1. Lols. So Zen is not gonna burn as expectations. So that's how you know nobody knows what's going on. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? But in this post, I said technically X1 will have 4 native coins. For simplicity, 1 gas token out of the 4. So XNM, Zuni, and Superblock, those are the P.o.W coins on Zenium, right? And those coins will be the very first ones on X1. They're going to be born with the Genesis, right? Zenium is already running. It doesn't have a blockchain for the records. It's running its own chain that theoretically is very centralized. And this is why we need X1 chain to open up the decentralization of the Zenium network. Right? It really is. Zenium is based on X1. We need it in order for it to exist. And this is why it's going to be very fun watching everybody catch on and learn. Because once you get past like the XNT and the XNM, then you get to see like, oh shit, maybe I do need to stack XNM, because if Zenium world opens, Superblocks and Zunis will be like native coins on those chains. And I can, again, like, I can hedge these coins with XNM because if I have it on the Solana or the SVM in SPL form, I could always convert those over into the POW form. And again, when we get there, we get there. If you can understand what I'm saying, like that's why again these are really, really special tokens to have right now, because they're gonna be the wrapped Bitcoin, but in the chain, right? Like everything I'm saying, like everything is a singular piece right now and they don't work together, and they're all trying to work together. So that's why the interoperability of crypto is fucked, because we're not working together. Everything is business logic. Like I only want to work with you if I'm gonna make more money. It's in front of our face. Bitcoin literally does not want to work with Ethereum, and Ethereum does not want to work with Solana. So is Ethereum working with XRP? And I don't know, you could go and answer that question. Obviously, they ain't fucking with Cardano, because what in the fuck? That shit is all the way down here. 32 billion. Damn. Send my dude Charles some bread. But yeah, I hope this helps put into perspective how X1's tokens are gonna work. And this is kind of why, again, we're really bullish on XEN and XNM, because those two are our foundation. Without those two, we don't get XNT. Right? You don't get XNT without XNM and XEN. ERC20, proof of work. Difficulty is ran by Argon, which is ran by injection of actual electricity, actual money, to make actual blocks. Actual fucking money. Not like I'm gonna go buy some crypto with some crypto. This is, I gotta take my hard-earned cash and electrify it, put it in a block, and make XNM, right? Versus XEN, which is on Ethereum and other VVMs. You could turn your native into XEN in 2 different ways, all right? And you join the proof of participation system, where the difficulty to get XEN is based on how much XEN is available. So before X1, BX1, before X1, we're right now at 11 quadrillion. 11 quadrillion, right? Qua? 100,000 million billion trillion. Quadrillion or whatever. Chameleon. Fucking chameleon. Oh, you don't even, what's up, crypto? You don't even know about mining? Damn. I also have a how to make a xeNFT video as well, if you want to learn how to make a xeNFT. IDK if I really explain it. But yeah, so hopefully now you understand how valuable these XENs are. And that's why, again, I'm saying if we look at XEN from this understanding now, where it's okay, ETH XEN is 80%. Where's it at? Oops, XEN list. So ETH XEN, here, if we put it into XEN here, you'd have let me see, 10. So it'd be ETH XEN is equivalent to 80%, and then other XEN, which is all the other XEN. So if it's not Ethereum XEN, it's other XEN. It's 20%. You know what I'm saying? So this ratio right here is what's really gonna play, and this is what's at play right now in the XEN world, because XEN 100% is divided into this in the background, and that's why I have a theory still that you might want to go and get you some XEN on a Polygon or a Phantom or ETH POW if you can find yourself over there, or even a Pulse chain, because they got quite a bit over there. If you're in these chains, if you're in these chains and you don't have a percentage of this liquid and staked, so liquid and staked is really what you want to be looking at, not the liquid supply. Because the liquid supply is not real. The liquid and staked is more real because it's, again, at any moment in time, someone can unstake. So even if it's a xeNFT, fuck it, it's built in. We don't know if it's xeNFT or not. You know, maybe one day we get a metric where we know what staked vanilla can be unstaked at any moment, and then what staked xeNFT. But yeah, we don't have that ratio, so I just use liquid and stake together on XenPub. And yeah, I think we're hitting a plateau of injected value, and as well as again, there's some of these chains it's no money to make the Zen. We can use another website called XenMon. Shout out Steven. You don't have a poor mindset of the sailor. He just became a maxi from borrowing money. No grassroots like you, brother. Yo, sailor's a straight up maxi. He will never not be a maxi. But yeah, he's got too much stake in the game. Let's see how much 1 mint costs on all these chains with an average of, like, let's just say 200 users. One day, one VMU. So it's around 3 cents round trip on a Pulse chain. But yeah, you see Phantom, Moonbeam, Optimism. Shit, right now we're on base because nobody's on base because China's asleep. Damn, everything is free for a VMU. And that's kind of where I'm at with it. It's good to see. So you see all these side chains. This is why they're only going to be 20% of the Ethereum Zen's burn record towards XNT, because it would make no fucking sense at all for any of them to get anything, right? Like they're free. I mean, yeah, Pulse chain, yeah, it's like 3 cents, so that ain't free. And that's why, again, it's like, fuck, this ain't free over here. And you should have integrity. Since you're saying that, it shouldn't just be X1 chain that makes you think the PZen is a fucking real coin. Like, you can clearly see it's 3 cents to get PZen and not that at all anywhere else. 19 cents on Binance chain, 1 cent on Avalanche, right? $3 on ETH round trip 1 VMU right now. At these three, and this one, I mean, we're in the love pack, bro. We're in 3 Gwei land. Shit, you had a chance to get it last night at 1.5, I heard. So some people got a VMU 89 cents to start. Damn. Wins. Yeah, so Pulse chain at 2 cents. I'd have some integrity over there, bro. This shit is like XEN. This thing could be burned for XNT. Like, all them coins, all those other Zens gonna be burned for XNT, regardless to them being in a 20% bucket. Because all that bucket is letting you know you need to have the most. So if I am on Pulse chain and I don't have a 10% of this total liquid and stake supply, and I'm saying I want to be the ruler of the burner, like, that's my fate. Like, you designed your own fate. Like, you said it. You want to be the ruler of the burner. Now you got to go and get 10% of the liquid and staked. Like, thank God these things don't cost any money right now. How much? I wonder how much value that is altogether. Let's just throw it in the thing. And this is the dashboard. So if you go to xen.pub, you just go to dashboard. But here, I'll drop it in the chat so y'all can have it too. Let's see. How much is this in MZen? MZen's going crazy. They got motherfucking believers over there. And I think it's becoming, I think every Zen is becoming more sound as it gets older, because you start to filter out the people who don't give a fuck and they fade off. And then it's really just you and a bunch of believers. Oh, that's not even that much. That's 356,000. Is that the fucking market cap right here? Okay, yeah, it's just a little, it's not counting the staked amount. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's something to be learned right here, right now. I'm saying something on accident. Oh shit! Look at they updated the motherfucking P.o.P or the OG.XEN on the Uppost chain. That's mad funny. They updated it. That or somebody bought it and was like, we got to update this. Oh, somebody must have bought it because like it go into some weird ass fucking. That's crazy, yo. That's so crazy. It's going some weird ass Telegram group. Wow, that's so crazy. Some fools went and oh, I'm gonna show you. Hey, look at somebody went and CTO'd it and they bought the. This is, but I'm glad. Again, then is this OG.XEN? So if you're in P.o.P world, you better go and claim your shit, bro. Somebody just jacked you. I don't know what this is. Damn, they were shopping. Like, which one's a good one? I don't know anything in Pulse Chain, but y'all seeing this shit? Who is Herman? This is Herman's project. Why is he buying so much Zen? Zen to $1. I don't share any groups with this dude. Whatever, man. If he wants to pump it, he wants to pump it, man. That's the beauty of decentralization. The crazy thing is that they fucking took that shit over. They pay for the decks. Oh, man. Talk about dropping the ball. Wow, what an easy fucking thing you could have done. Wow. So, yeah, the person, I guess whoever pumped this, they just put their Telegram on it. And they put a website. They must have put their website. No, they put XEN.network. Which is bad because they should have put OG.XEN, OG.P.o.P. Man, somebody go correct these fools. Oh, wait, let me get this off my face. If you're in Pulse Chain, because I'm not in Pulse Chain, so I am not the one to do it. But, yo, go check them and tell them to put OG Pulse Chain. This one, the OG.XEN.network. Because the one that they're advertising isn't the one that you can get the OG.XEN from. Right? So, like, it defeats the purpose. Unless this isn't the right Zen, and I'm the one that's stupefied because I'm actually seeing a different address. Wait a second. Let me look at this. Hold on. Nope. I don't want to connect to anything. Let me see here. Shit's under investigation now. I'm not on Pulse Chain, so I'm just concerned for those that are using it. Just make sure you don't get fucking played. Yeah, they just took it over. They CTO'd it. That's wild. I don't even know these people. But they're literally saying it in their chat that they're going to do something. Maybe they're going to provide liquidity with it. They're capturing the flag, though. What a captured flag. Yeah, and look at now people are joining their Telegram. Look at people are joining the TG and shit. That's crazy. Here we go. Whoever, junior, senior, if you're in my chat right now, bro, thank you for telling them that. Because if they want to do a real CTO, they got to make sure they use OG.XEN.network or they're going to be giving people the wrong gas. If you want that shit to keep going. If you want to keep it as relatable as possible to Zen, I would probably also take over If you're in the chat and you just went over there and said that to them, because what the fuck, that came out of nowhere. I would also say remove this and just say OGs and CTO, because it doesn't really matter. I don't know. It's up to whatever you want to do. I'm not on Pulse Chain. You know what I mean? I don't know how you. I mean, now that it like I would have not done anything, because now when people see it's not associated, the pump's not associated with Jack Levin, they might get weird about it. I don't know. It's up to y'all. Y'all are the Post Chain gurus. Y'all know what to fucking do. Y'all know what to do. I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't know what to do. The Atropa LP product protocol dropped 10K into OGZen on Post Chain. I guess they're gonna try to pump it like P-Dye. Someone entered Cloutcock's group last night, asked him about OGZen. I think it was the dev from Atropa. Seems to know a lot about it and knew a lot about it. I mean, yeah, that would make sense, bro. Like, CTO OGZen is capped. It's connected to Zen. It's part of the story. It's just like, again, it's like the rejected coin by Jack Levin. So, you know, again, it's like a post-chain. It's a post-chain dream. So, yeah, if they drop 10K at the bottom, that's a CTO. They just CTO'd OGZen. And if they're really real, if you know who those people are, fucking, I guess clack off with them, because that's how the CTOs start. It just takes a few believers to buy the bottom and hold it. If they start to release it, I don't know. I'm not going to go deep into this because I am not on Pulse Chain. But the things I would look out for, the flags, would be them selling from whatever they bought from. I wouldn't hang out for too long after that. Because to get the Zenian, I mean, I'm not trying to FUD it, but to get the Zenian over here, they're all on Pulse Chain. And I'm not a Pulse Chain user, so I don't know how gullible Zenians will be to turn their beautiful P.o.P into OGZen that you can't burn for XNT. So that's your one mindfuck in the whole game, is if you go over to OGZen, and this is just transparency, if you go over there and you buy this, do not be disappointed that it cannot be burned for XNT. Because, you know what I'm saying? That's all that's going to happen. Like, somebody's really going to get their heart broke. And that's good for P.o.P because this is the real Zen. Right? And if you're a bag holder of P.o.P, you should, again, it's an ally thing. I think it's like ally. I think you should want to ally OGZen. If it's Atropa, you should want to guide them through. I'm not the one. Not me. I'm not on Pulse Chain, but if you're out there on Pulse Chain, guide them through it. Set them up. Put the pools into P.o.P. Make sure P.o.P.'s dominant so that it looks like it's a Zenian CTO. Yeah, you might want to get a really big pool of P.o.P. and Zen. That would be a fucking mind fuck. And kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool. Someone should do that. That'd be fucking funny. P.o.P. and Zen pool on Pulse Chain pumping, people would be fucked up. They would be like, what is going on? Are they taking over? And it would make sense, you know, because again, the X1 narrative is so strong. You would almost say, look at everybody that's in this other Zen right here. If your favorite chain or your max exposure in Zen is not Ethereum Zen, you are in other Zen. So you're only getting 20% out of 100% pie, right? So if there's 100 XNT on the table, Ethereum is taking 80 and you're taking 20, right? And then that's why, again, that's even weirder, because essentially that 20% is divided by 13. Damn. So, I mean, theoretically, you're only getting 1% of the 100%. Yeah. So if it's 100 XNT on the table, and you're in Pulse Chain, you're only getting 1.5 of the 100 for your burn at max, and with everyone else. But every day it changes. Again, the game is not to be in a sidechain Zen. The game is to be in Ethereum Zen. So fucking wipe the tears off your eyes. You're overexposed in a sidechain. Get your ass back in Ethereum as soon as possible. But I respect to those that are trying to build on the subs with Zen. I do think, again, that is a power move. That's why you would see someone from like the Atropa side bring in some volume, because there's a power move there to connect yourself to X1 chain. Right? There's pride in that shit. And if you've been around, I even had to tell Yosef this. I'm like, bro, you've been here, you've been creating in Zen, man. Take pride in the Genesis block, bro. We built that shit. Like everybody that's here right now, everybody that's been here, we built the Genesis block, not just Fair Crypto. They're just pushing it. They're pushing the product. But the builders are the minds from that day forward. And you might be able to join the gang right now if you can understand how powerful this is going to be when it hits mass adoption from all angles. Like if you can understand how powerful Zen is going to be and how that power is going to bleed into XNT, and then how XNT being associated with Solana being the very first fork of SVM is so much power connected with a proof of work system that follows the same principles as Bitcoin and lives on X1 chain. Its home, its cottage. It might make its own chain where people use XNM to do transactions, but that's probably way, way, way down the chain. That's not something that's needed now. We don't need that right now, Again, X1 is the vision. But yeah, that's something just to keep in mind, like don't go too hard for the wrong hopium. I'll put this in the middle. Where's the mids? Where is the middle? I guess there's no middle when it's in the middle like that. Nice. Where is my middle right here? See, this is why also too, like most of the time I'm in a side chain for the upside. Like I'm in Coinbase based in because I just want to see that retarded upside. Like when it simulates Zen and we're just like going crazy and everybody's from all angles trying to figure it out. And then they come into CB Zen and they're like, oh, I'm going to burn CB Zen for XNT. Like there's this other scenario where everybody realizes this 20% rule, it doesn't work in their favor and they dump it. Or they like sell the value. Like if there's so much value in CB Zen, like there might be value in like that side of things where it's like, oh, make a bunch of it and dump that shit. Like dump it and then turn that ETH into real ETH and then buy back ETH. That's one of okay, there I just gave away the game. But that's why I'm so into CB Zen, because of the channel back home is so sound. There's zero noise. Like it's just gonna be like, oh, make a bunch of ETH and CB Zen, turn that shit back into regular ETH, and then buy back ETH on Zen. Burn a bunch of CB Zen in the beginning and get used to burning, so you get some credit points. But mine XNM in mass, so you get a bunch of XNT tokens. Right now I got a bunch of XNM, right? XN, Zen Network Mined, Zen Network Token, Zen with the network. They bought OGs and immediately LP did with a Tropa coin. I was asking why they did that, because the LP immediately got dumped on it. LP went from 7K to 10K, and permanent loss was massive. They were probably trying to make a move. Everyone's gonna try to make a move now. The cat's out the bag. Are you standing still, or are you making moves? I know I'm making moves, and I hope you make some too. Until next time, peace out.